There will be many occasions in this book where I'll talk about the partnership conversation. But I'm going to tell you what that is here in the glossary of the book. But you'll hear it perhaps 2 or 3 or 4 more times, or be referred to several times. And it's very, very important. So I don't think it hurts how many times you hear about it, think about it. So partnership conversation can be used in any circumstance where you have some difficulty with another person. And difficulty might occur as something where you're just avoiding to talk about something, or where you're angry or upset, where you're fighting, or where you're withdrawing. But there's a conflict that it would be really helpful if it were resolved in a way that was better for your relationship and better for both of you. So in most conflicts, most of the time, it's people do one of 3 things. They blame each other, they fight back and forth, or they just go silent and they won't talk about it at all, with some resentment or confusion, or they just disappear. And all 3 of those can have some benefits, but there's also a lot of cost. But the partnership conversation has the possibility of much, much more benefit with minimal cost. And almost always it's a choice of courage to initiate a partnership conversation. But the idea is to go to the other person, to your partner, if you will, and say something like, "Hey, look, it seems like we're having some difficulty here. I have an idea I'd like to suggest and see how you feel about it. Right now, if you're pushing this way, I'm pushing that way, and it's not working very well for either one of us. So I'd like to suggest that we put the problem over there. It's not my problem, not your problem, it's our problem. And let's, in a non-blaming way, try to listen to each other and talk back and forth, looking for a way that both of us can be happy. That your selfishness and my selfishness can go together. Considering your short-term and long-term selfishness, my short-term and long-term selfishness, and see if we can find a way where we can both be more happy in this circumstance. I don't know that we can do it for sure, but let's try, okay? Would you be up for that? So to initiate is like one way that you might initiate a partnership conversation. Or if you've already discussed this type of conversation with the other person, then you can just more quickly say, "Hey, why don't we try on a partnership conversation now, see how it goes." Another thing, just a principle inside the partnership conversation that's very helpful to recognize is focus on listening to the other person first and really try to understand them. Not to argue with them, not object to what they say, but just keep listening to them, ask them questions until you can, as fully as possible, understand how they see things, how things occur for them. And then after you listen to them first, then they're more likely to be open to listening to you. So that's the partnership conversation.